Go very, very slowly. Apply oil. This is my first hole that I'm drilling with our drill press. Okay, so now I've got all my pieces cut and I've got all the holes that I needed drilled into these pieces right here, because that's where the screws are going to get put into the tabletop. And this is the table legs that I'm planning right now. And so I just have to weld all the corners together and then grind it down and make it all smooth, and then these will be 2 legs on the bottom of a 4-foot long table that I'm going to use this wood for, that's hanging up there. It's I think it's Oregon cedar, Deodora cedar. Yeah. So I'm going to put that on top. So now setting up my corners so I can weld. Since I'm kind of new at this, it's probably going to turn out very poorly, especially this first one, because Brian said that one of the hard things about welding is getting everything lined up, and you think you have it like at a right angle, but you have it at a right angle one way but not the other way, like from the multi-dimensions. So my problem is I'm really impatient and I don't like to check it and make it all perfect, but mostly Brian sets up like a whole thing, like he builds something just to hold the pieces together so that they're perfectly square. I just don't think I'm ever gonna do that, but I'm gonna just try this first one and see how bad it is and how unsquare it is, and let that inform me. Alright, well that's my first weld, which looks pretty good. Then I'll just clean it up and grind it down, but we still don't know if it's really all that square yet, so I'll just keep going. Okay, well, I've got my corner welded, and at least it's pretty good enough, and if I grind it down it'll look a lot better. And now I need to check it with the square and hope that it's good. Oh yeah. See, it's like this is where steel is harder to work with than wood, because it looks like it's square. Looks pretty good, like from the naked eye, but not really, because if you were here and you could see up close, you can see just a tiny bit of a sliver. You see right there? You can see through on this side. But maybe it's small enough where it won't matter. So, I'll set up the other one just like the other one. And cross my fingers and hope. Round it. Left. And this. it with a little toothbrush, scrub it with this wire toothbrush to clean off the metal, and it makes for an easier weld. That was not planned. Something seems not right. That's the kind of sound that happens if you run out of gas. In my very tiny experience of knowing things. Let me check the gas. Okay, good news, it was not the gas, it was just trying to jump a gap a little bit too big, but I got it, and now it looks like I'm on track because this is the square that I'm trying to do, and I've got these two corners welded, and these are lined up pretty nice and tight, so I'm gonna clamp this and weld it together, and then probably stop for the night and start again tomorrow, but I feel positive. Okay, so I feel like I'm making some good progress, getting pretty good, because these are my last two welds. And so right there is one, and right there is one. And see, they're gonna be ground down anyway to look like these corners, so they're nice and smooth. I grinded those all down already. But now I just gotta grind down these last two corners, and then this is my first leg of the table.